All right, so we got to talk about this situation with Sugaman, and then we also got to react to Marty Mar's video, man. This is crazy, man. So it looks like Sugaman was actually arrested in Wisconsin. He was arrested in Wisconsin. He was charged with 1 count of extradition right here. So you got the statute, and then it says here, it says at 11:31 a.m., defendant Bobby, he's in custody, attorney Tatiana in court, state of Wisconsin. Defendant waives his right to attorney. Court reviews waiver and rights, accepts a waiver. Defendant heard, intends to waive something, right? Court reviews waiver of extradition with defendant. Defendant signs waiver. Witnesses sign waiver. Defendant is remanded without bail and ordered. Court signs waiver, order, and warrant. Like, this does not sound good, man. This does not sound good at all. It sounds like he's wanted in a different state. So we can actually pull up the extradition paperwork, because I think that might be handled by the U.S. Marshals, because they got to transport people from different states depending on how far the person is wanted from which state. Sometimes they can transport them by car, but if it's like several hours away, it's probably going to require U.S. Marshals. When someone is remanded without bail, it means a judge has decided they should remain in custody until their trial. They won't be released on bail. This decision is made because the judge believes there's a significant reason to keep the defendant in custody, such as a high risk of flight, danger to the community, or potential for tampering with evidence. So I just Googled it. Like, that's crazy, man. That is, wow. That's crazy. But yes, so that's the Sugaman piece. Let's get into this Marty Mar, because this is actually the video right here where Marty Mar hints towards Sugaman getting arrested, right? He talks about somebody got arrested or somebody's in jail. And this was way before Sugaman dropped the video. It looks like Sugaman actually just posted another clip here. We might add it at the end. We might not, depending on how long this goes.
Monday comes, go to Cinco de Mayo stuff. I'm only supposed to have one drink and eat with Shorty. We ended up having a drink. I wanted another drink. And then I was like, man, fuck it, let's walk around. It was like this place called Deep Ellum. And there's a bunch of bars. We went walking around. We went to like 2 other bars with my guy Trey from Distinctive Touch. Shout out to Trey from Distinctive Touch, guys. If y'all ever need a paint job in the Dallas area, he's the guy to go to. It's called Distinctive Touch. And if y'all have any questions about that, hit me up on Marty Mar ENT. That's my Instagram. And I will send you guys his page. They do paint jobs for a really low price. But anyway, it was us 3, bro. We just kept going. We went to a club because this girl, the girl I was talking to, his friend, has a dad, and it was his birthday. He had a section at a club. So I ended up at a freaking club. Long story, short story, guys, I messed up the freaking wheels, guys. Messed up the wheels, but the car still drives. The back right tire is going low, but all you gotta do is air it up and it lasts for like 2 days. But the rims are so messed up. They're out of there. The rims are messed up. They're out of there. So that same night, got pulled over, guys, by like 5 Caucasian men. They pulled me over, and they were asking me about a domestic violence.
He got pulled over by 5 Caucasian men, right? He had to give you guys that little description, right? He had to give you that extra description.
So they thought that me and Shorty had got into domestic violence before we jumped in the car, before we went to the other club, because she had got into a fight in the bar. She got in a fight in the bar. And then the police officer came up to me, told me, man, you better get her in the car or she's going to jail. So I had to grab her up, stuff her in.
So, hold on, man. Let me get this straight. This is what I'm saying, right? I feel like Marty Mar be making up stuff. Like, he's making up stories. So he just told you guys that girl got in a fight at the bar. And then he said the police told him to take her and put her in the back seat of his car. Did you guys hear that, man? Let me replay this again, man. Hold on. I want you guys to listen to this, man.
About domestic violence. So they thought that me and Shorty had got into domestic violence before we jumped in the car, before we went to the other club, because she had got into a fight in the bar. She got in a fight in the bar. And then the police officer came up to me, told me, man, you better get her in the car or she's going to jail. So I had to grab her up, stuff.
So she got in a fight at the bar, and the police officer told him, you better grab her and put her in your car. Does that make sense to you guys? Like, I need you guys to get in the comments. Does this shit make any sense? He says the girl got in a fight. She got into a fight at the bar. She got into an altercation, right? A physical fight. And the police officer told Marty Mar, you better take her and put her in your car before she gets arrested. What do you mean? Like, she's already, that's an assault. She's assaulted somebody already. She's in a fight. She hurt somebody. And you tell me a police officer told you, this is what I'm telling you, right? The dude's got to be making up a lot of this shit.
In my passenger seat, close the door on her. Well, whoever see me do that, I guess, called for domestic violence on my car. So when they pulled me over, they said domestic violence.
So listen, man, hold on, man. I want you guys to listen to this clown right here. This is a clown. All right. This is CJ on 32's right hand, man. This is a clown talking right here. He says, all right, he's saying his girl, right? She got in a fight at the bar. All right. She got into a fight at the bar, and a police officer told him to take her and put her in your car before she gets arrested. But then somebody else, a bystander, right? He called in a domestic violence. But you just said the police officer told you to leave the scene of a fight and put her in your car before she gets arrested. Like, you guys got to really listen to this stuff. This stuff like sounds like some clown shit. What this guy is saying is a whole bunch of clown shit. Like, I feel like he makes up a lot of shit on video, talking about I make up narratives. Like, Buddy is literally making up a whole story, and you guys fall for it. He wants you guys to believe that a girl got in a physical altercation. She assaulted somebody, and a police officer told him, you better take her and put her in your car, right? And then a bystander, a non-police officer, called in and said, oh, there could be a possible domestic right here, right? But a police officer, according to Marty Mar, told him to basically evade a situation. Like, are you guys listening to this clown shit? This dude sounds like a clown.
Into a fight in the bar. She got in a fight in the bar. And then the police officer came up to me, told me, man, you better get her in the car or she's going to jail. So I had to grab her up, stuff her in my passenger seat, close the door on her. Well, whoever see me do that, I guess, called for domestic violence on my car. So when they pulled me over, they said domestic violence. They smelled the...
So a police officer told you to leave the scene of an assault, basically, is what you're saying. A police officer told you to leave the scene of an assault, and then somebody else witnessed this assault and called the police. Like, huh? Are you guys... This is what I'm saying. Like, you guys got to listen to the kind of shit this clown be talking about. Like, this is like some clown shit that he be making this shit up. Talking about a police officer told him to leave the scene of an assault, right? She literally got into a fight with somebody at the bar, and he told him, you better put her in your car and in the passenger seat before I put her in jail. Like, are you guys listening? This is CJ on 32's right-hand man articulating a story that he made up like this. It's like, at least make this shit sound believable. Because I know, like, I mean, then again, most of the followers and these subscribers, 32 gang dummies, are all brainwashed. They just sit here and eat this garbage. Like, he literally just makes up a whole bunch of shit on video.
Alcohol in my breath. They knew I was drunk. My gun was right there. It was loaded. So much stuff was transpiring. They asked her if I did anything to her. Obviously, they separated us. She said, of course not. He did not do nothing to me. He got me in the car because I was about to get arrested. So, police let me go. They said we can smell the alcohol in your breath. It looks like you can drive.
The police can smell the alcohol in his breath, and they told him, oh, but at least you can drive, so we're going to go ahead and let you go. Like, bro, are you listening to this shit? This dude sounds like a clown. This is CJ on 32's right-hand man. Is CJ on 32's, like, not all there? Is, like, something wrong with him, too? This guy is telling you the police told him to leave the scene of an assault after his girlfriend assaulted somebody and got into a physical altercation and a fight at the bar. Told him to leave that scene and quickly get away. And then an innocent bystander called the police, right? So you're telling me the police officer that spoke to you was probably not an actual professional officer because he told you to leave the scene, and it took an innocent bystander to report a possible domestic, and then you get pulled over, and then an officer says, well, I can smell the alcohol in your breath, but I'm going to go ahead and let you go because it looks like you can drive. Like, are you guys listening to this shit? Like, this is how they fool you. This is an example of how Marty Marr is psychologically brainwashing you guys with a whole bunch of bullshit. Like, I can't believe people eat this shit. And then you want to trust this guy with raffling cars? He's literally just making up shit. Like, this doesn't even sound remotely, like, articulate at all. Like, he's literally making up shit.
And the police officer came up to me, told me, man, you better get her in the car or she's going to jail. So I had to grab her up, stuff her in my passenger seat, close the door on her. Well, whoever see me do that, I guess, called for domestic violence on my car. So when they pulled me over, they said domestic violence. They smelled the alcohol on my breath. They knew I was drunk. My gun was right there. It was loaded. So much stuff was transpiring. They asked her if I did anything to her. Obviously, they separated us. She said, of course not. He did not do nothing to me. He got me in the car because I was about to get arrested. So police let me go. They said we can smell the alcohol on your breath. It looks like you can drive. You've been talking with us with manners. You've been looking at us in our eyes.
We can smell the alcohol on your breath. There's a loaded weapon on the passenger seat. It's like, yo, y'all, I mean, this dude is like, he clearly wasn't in the presence of any real, like, law enforcement, right? But the good thing is at least he's recording himself testifying on the kind of shit he's done. All right, blacking out, wasted, driving while intoxicated, domestic violence, domestic abuse, evading the scene of an assault. It's like, buddy, this is CJ on 32's right-hand man? This is CJ on 32's right-hand man. CJ on 32 has got to be the dumbest idiot to be having this clown as a right-hand man. Are you guys hearing the shit that's coming out of his mouth? This is CJ on 32's right-hand man. Y'all understand that? This is his right-hand man, and this is the kind of crap this dude is putting out. Talking about, like, he's literally committed, like, probably like 6 or 7 different infractions, different misdemeanors, definitely a felony, leaving the scene, evading the scene, talking about an officer told him. It's like, dude, it sounds stupid. This is some clown shit that he's just making up in his head.
And you've been cool, so we're not going to give you a sobriety test or nothing because we didn't pull you over for that. We pulled you over for domestic violence. She said that you didn't do nothing to her. My hand had got busted, right? I don't know how, but my hand was bleeding. So they're like, your hand's bleeding. We don't know what you did to your hand. We're going to let you go. She's saying that you didn't do nothing to her. I said, why?
Bro, this clearly sounds like he's making this shit up. All right. 9 out of 10 times when officers pull up on a domestic scene of any kind and the woman says nothing happened, they don't just take that and leave. That's a domestic. What do you think the woman's going to say if she was abused, right? If she's under an oppressor and the oppressor is abusing her violently or whatever, and your hand is bleeding, he's telling you guys that my hand is bleeding. I got a loaded weapon in the passenger seat, right? Not separated, right? So the whole thing is loaded. Somebody reported your car leaving the scene of an assault, of a fight. And then it's just like, bro, it's like he's got to be the dumbest fool to really think that he can really get away with a story like that. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be fake, all right? Because there's no part of this that really makes any sense. Officers are not going to leave a scene of a domestic because the victim says, I'm okay, he didn't do anything wrong. Bro, you know how many scenes of domestics where the victim is getting abused violently and they have to be forced to tell officers that? Officers don't just leave scenes like that, especially when there's fruits of crime around. You got a hand that's bleeding. You got a loaded weapon. It's like, bro, he thinks like we're all retarded, like we're all stupid. This is what I'm saying. You can't believe clowns like this.
He didn't do nothing to her. That's why she's saying that. So, long story short, hold on, let me make sure this is still recording. Oh, it is. Long story short, guys, I had the craziest weekend.
If you often have...
I also had told CJ, like, hey, man, I really don't want to go, man. Ain't really nothing to celebrate about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to get back up in life. I still got a lot of shit to finish and do. And I wanted to stay out here to keep promoting the car giveaway and to vlog. Because in Dallas, I didn't vlog one day, guys. There was too much stuff going on. I was waking up drunk, going somewhere getting drunk. I'm talking about, I was just messed up. I was messed up, guys. Luckily, I have another great support system, like my family that does their best. They're not rich, but they do their best. And they got me to Oklahoma in an Uber. So I took an Uber to Oklahoma. And they happened to be there because my little sister Marcella just had her newborn, Marty. So she was born on May 5th, and my other brother, he just had his newborn. She was born on April 17th. So and her name is Alani, and it's so crazy because they both rhyme and it's 5-letter names, and they didn't even call each other about that. It's just the names they came up with, Marley and Alani. So, beautiful, beautiful babies. I'm so happy for both my siblings because babies, you know, they turn you up, you know what I'm saying, and they make you more caring. And it's crazy because both them siblings are already caring. My whole family's caring. I'm caring. Sometimes I'm too nice. I'm too kind. That's like, I'm the same way as all my family members. But sometimes I'm dumb being too kind. You know, my family, they're not nice. Like my sister and brother, they're not nice. Like they're not just hanging out with anybody and being cool with everybody and telling everybody business. My dumb ass talks a lot. I talk a lot. I say everything, and it's with good intentions, right? But it's not. Sometimes there's things I don't need to be talking about or saying. And so.
How is that a good intention leaving the scene of a crime, bro? Like, I mean, like I said, it's either that one that him and that girl did leave a scene of an actual crime, right? Which, if you guys know, that's a felony, right? No officer is going to tell him, oh, yeah, go ahead, you can leave before she gets arrested. Like, what? You got in a fight and people saw you and people called the police, witnessed a domestic, and you said an officer told you can go ahead, and then another officer pulled you over because of the dispatch call. And then those set of officers, the Caucasians, right? They smelled alcohol on your breath. They saw a loaded weapon on the passenger seat. It's like, bro, this is like, you got to understand, this is CJ on 32's right-hand man. This is who CJ on 30. So if anything actually happens in the future, like videos like this, where Marty is admitting to shit like this, and this is not the first one. I mean, he's admitted to assaults. He's made threats on video. It's like, Buddy is so stupid. This is like, it's clown shit. This is really clown behavior. I'm just surprised that CJ on 32s is trusting this clown as his right-hand man. Like, it's mind-boggling, y'all. This is crazy.
Went there. I love driving, guys. I don't have a problem with doing it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. ¿Ya te vas? All right, my boy, I'll see you later. Happy late birthday. And it was my boy John's birthday, too, guys. It was on Sunday. He had a blast, and he went to the View. He was fresh as hell, and they was kicking it. You know, they took him out and all that stuff. But, yeah, guys, so, yeah. So, long story. Drove all the way back to Illinois, and then got here, and I rested all day. And, you know, so me and Shorty don't talk no more. I ain't had nobody to hang out with. So I was just at the crib, guys. I was just at the crib on the phone with another Shorty. And, you know, just trying to figure out this life shit, guys. It's not easy. It's not easy, guys, and it's not just me. The whole gang going through shit, guys. I need to public.
All right, so this is the part right here, right? I need you guys to listen closely to this part right here, because this is way before Sugaman even came out and said anything, right? Way before these clips that he put out about the raffle, right? Promoting the raffle while he's in the, looks like he's actually in a detention center. He's awaiting his extradition.
So I was just at the crib, guys. I was just at the crib on the phone with another Shorty. And, you know, just trying to figure out this life shit, guys. It's not easy. It's not easy, guys, and it's not just me. The whole gang going through shit, guys. I want to tell y'all about somebody that's, you know, locked up right now, but I ain't going to say the name but just know, like, everybody going through shit, guys.
Y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that. So, obviously, like, even though he didn't say a name, it was going to be obvious, right? Because he's dropping videos, right? Marty Mar's dropping videos. Rail to Real is dropping videos. CJ is dropping videos. So, this is what I'm saying, like, this clown right here, I just honestly don't know how CJ on 32s would trust this guy to be his right-hand man. It's like, there's got to be something wrong with CJ on 32s if he thinks this guy is mentally capable of being a right-hand man, let alone being an independent man. He's clearly not independent. He makes up a lot of shit. Like, we clearly just went over whatever he said about happened in Texas or whatever. His girl got in a fight, beat up somebody at a bar. Officers told him to leave the scene. Then somebody reported him. Then officers pulled him over. They let him go. They smell alcohol in his breath. They see a loaded weapon. It's like Buddy is like, he's got to be the dumbest storyteller. And then people are dumber enough to actually believe him, right? But Buddy just literally told you, like I said, this video is like a couple of days ago, right? We're just reacting to the rest of it now. He just said his friend is in jail, right? Let me replay this again, right? Because he didn't have to name drop, right? Because you can see if you got a brain, right, you can see Marty Marr dropping videos. I mean, he dropped another video a couple of days ago. CJ's dropping videos. Rail is dropping videos. Sugaman was the only one that it was like almost like 2 weeks that he had not posted. So it was obvious.
At the crib, guys. I was at the crib on the phone with another shorty, and just trying to figure out this life shit, guys. It's not easy. It's not easy, guys, and it's not just me. The whole gang going through shit, guys. I want to tell y'all about somebody that's locked up right now, but I ain't gonna say the name but just know, like, everybody going through shit, guys.
That's all you had to say. You didn't have to say the name. That's all you had to say. You said somebody is in jail. All right, it's not gonna be rocket science for people to figure that shit out. Buddy said it right. You guys heard it right out of the horse's mouth, out of CJ on 32's right hand man's own mouth. CJ on 32's own right hand man. This is what I said before, right? I said CJ on 32's might not like to talk about things, but his right hand man loves to talk. And we love Marty Marr, man, because Marty Marr will drop all the secrets, man. He will drop all the sauce, spill all the sauce. He's done it for years, man. He's done exposed CJ on 32's numerous times, man. He cannot keep his mouth shut. He cannot keep his mouth shut, man. And CJ on 32's, I don't know how the world you trust this dude to be your right-hand man. There's got to be something wrong with CJ on 32's as well if he trusts this clown right here, man. But you guys heard it from his mouth. He said your boy is in jail. Like I said, it don't require, he don't got to name drop it, because you can see that this clown dropped recent videos, back-to-back videos. Rail is dropping videos on his main channel, on his second channel. Stunner Reese is dropping videos. Mr. 75 is dropping videos. All the other guys in the 32 gang dropping videos. So who's missing, right? It don't require you to drop the names, buddy, but you dropped the name. You dropped enough clues for people to connect the puzzle together. And then obviously now we know, right? We know what's going on. He's awaiting extradition. So when the paperwork comes out for the extradition, it's going to indicate which state it is, how he's going to get transported. If it's just like another nearby state, it will be like an exchange from one law enforcement agency to another enforcement agency. If it's multiple states away, it'll probably include like U.S. Marshals having the transport. So all that stuff is still probably in the works. I want to know, how is this giveaway going to be? This says entries close May 25, 2025. Like, we're literally, wow, that's actually, that's going to be like in another like 3 days. 3 days, man. Well, at least 3 days from now. All right, 3 days from now. Because today is May 22nd, right? Well, at the time of this reaction video, it's May 22nd. This reaction video will probably come out probably on Friday, if not Friday, probably Saturday. So you guys are probably watching this right now on Saturday, May 24th, I think. Yeah, either this will come out Friday or Saturday. So by then, it'll probably only be a day. 1 or 2 days before somebody's going to have to go live and claim this car, right? Isn't that I mean, that's going to be a whole different game, right? If you've seen them live streams when they go on Raffle Creator, it's an interesting live stream, man. It's pretty interesting how this shit happens on live, man. But this is crazy, man. Get in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think about this, about what Marty Marr said earlier. This is going to be, wow. Yeah, man, that's all I got to say, man. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you guys have not already done so. Thank you guys so much for watching.